Forum Syd som är på plats och kommer att introducera en spoken word-artist från Kenya. Och vi har en presentation som kommer att liksom göra sig självt. Så jag ska inte säga så mycket mer än så, utan välkomna!
Hello, my name is Mufasa. I am a spoken word poet. I'm a performing poet, and I come from Kenya, East Africa. I believe in art as an authentic voice, as a tool to speak about social issues. I believe that art has the power to evoke or transform people emotionally, and how they act, how they behave. So, a brief introduction of my background. I come from Kenya. The way I was raised, my parents said, I love you by paying school fees, by buying food, by clothing you. My parents were not obligated to offer you friendship. Although there were friendly gestures here and there, like when my mother called me daddy, or when my father asked, have you eaten? My parents did not ask you how you were doing. They told you what to do, and sometimes they told you how you were doing. I remember my parents, like most parents, were liars. I remember the first time I carried packed lunch to school. My mother packed for me bread and tea. That morning, as I watched my mother pour hot tea into a plastic tin, which I was to carry the tea in, my mother's words were, "Bas, mtoto akunywa chai moto shule. Let my child have hot tea in school today." The truth that my mother could have shared in that moment was the fact that plastic tin doesn't keep hot tea hot. That day in school, for lunch, I had bread with iced tea. Now this was different because this was iced tea without ice. Not nice, not nice. I don't remember ever hugging my father. If I did, I was probably a kid. If I was probably a kid, then I don't remember. The first time I hugged my mother, and I was old enough to remember, was at my post-initiation ceremony, my circumcision ceremony. I can say right now, I wasn't really myself because I was wearing a cow hide. That's what we do during traditional events. We wear cow hides. Women, including my grandmother, my mother, and her friends, were dancing. It wasn't exactly a hug. It was something really close to a hug. Where I come from, we call it a sigh. It's a tap on the shoulder. It was tradition. Now, the piece I'm about to do is called Before My Daughter is Born. Basically, where I come from, a lot of women are fighting for better representation in leadership positions in parliament. A lot of women are fighting for dignity, for respect. A lot of women are fighting against gender-based violence, GBV. A lot of women are fighting for security. A lot of rape cases, a lot of deaths, university girls being killed. And I was writing this poem thinking about a society that I would want to see my daughter grow in. So this piece is called Before My Daughter is Born. before my daughter is born, her mother will be 3, then 5, then 9 months pregnant. I will have 9 names for her. Her mother will refuse 5, but I'll hold on to 3. Before my daughter learns to walk, I will carry her every day from here to there. She will not need muscles to do the same for me, because every time she smiles or laughs, I will be moved. I don't know if my daughter will be dark or light-skinned. I mean, I won't choose her mother by her skin color. I'm into deep stuff, because the sound of our heartbeats together will be louder than the sound of our skin tone. But in case my daughter complains about her being dark, I will tell her not to worry. I'm paying school fees for her to be bright. And she won't be my star. No, she will be more than that. She will be my sight. She will make me see the reason why, even with a big belly, I should strive and be a role model for her. So I will stick my hands in clay and role models for her. I will be Icarus for her. I will fly to the sun for her. She will not see me cry, because I will not let her. I will make sure her eyes stick on my wings. Immediately she notices that I can fly, and I will stick up there until her eyes are off me. And when she's 16 and in school, I will teach my hands to wave, so I can enjoy saying goodbye when I have to. And I hope she will learn. I hope she will learn in this world, education is key, but with dignity, humility, and respect. You have a bunch of keys. I hope she will learn beauty is engraved in the soul. That's where things like forever come from. I hope she will learn to be there when the world needs her. I hope she will learn her gender should not be her limitation. If she feels she has been neglecting her duties as a citizen at any point in her life, she can choose to man up. So I hope she will fight, not her neighbors, but fight those things that will make her and her neighbors to fight. I hope she will never know rape like the back of her hands. I hope she won't have to talk about one-night stands. I hope the man who melts her heart will be there when it solidifies. I know she will test her tears, but I hope her smiles will be sweet enough. I hope she will go places further than Mahatma Gandhi with his eyes closed. I hope the beats from my heart will be enough to make her my song, my song, my song, my song, my song. And when she's old enough, I will tell her I know how it is like to feel alone. I will tell her behind those photos of me dressed in Dolce and Gabbana, those nights I slept on one banana. I will tell her sometimes life breaks you and heaven is not an option because you lack the strength to go on your knees. But I will tell her never to give up. I will tell her your failures will not be unique. Your persistence will be. I will tell her disappointments will bruise your ego, but they will open doors in your brain. I will tell her she has the right to be different. I didn't raise no puppet. She has the right to dream and dream without limit. I will remind her that she rocks my world like 60 kilograms of stone, like 1,000 kilograms of stone. I will remind her that she's my backbone. So if her mother carried her for 9 months, I will carry her in me until it feels like I have a soul inside my soul. And when she becomes old enough, I will tell her I wrote something about her way, way before she was born. And I made all of you witnesses. Thank you very much.